What is up, y'all? Spencer K here, and I am back for another episode of Nuclear Hearts. And we are picking up where we left off last episode, guys. I haven't done a thing. There's chickens, birds, animals everywhere. My backpacks are absolutely filled with loot. If you did not watch last episode, that's okay. But essentially, to sum it up for you guys, we went and raided this dungeon right there. We went top to bottom. We did the entire thing in one run. It was awesome. We were very successful. But while we were successful down in the dungeon, we were everything but up here on the surface. Most of the village is dead. While we were down there, they were hit with mobs. They were hit with either a tornado or a hurricane, and the village was just absolutely decimated. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and put some chickens in the pen here. Might as well. I want to make an automatic egg farm. There's really no villagers to tend to these guys, so there's a good chance they're going to starve to death or something crazy. I'm not going to do a whole lot with the village this episode, though. Actually, this is inactive right now, so that's good. Okay, so they may not starve to death. If that was active, they may starve to death, but it doesn't appear... Oh, just the whole village isn't active. Oh. Honestly, that may be for the better. Maybe not. I don't know. maybe it will, maybe it won't. Another thing to note, guys, is it's very, 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 very close to spring. And nope, that was the building over here. I got my buildings mixed up. I put it in the town hall. This is the town hall. I don't know why the village isn't activating, but I'm fine. Oh, just activated. Just spawned in. But you can see it is on the edge of spring. Springtime is damn near upon us. And when it hits spring, this stuff should start growing again. If you have not been following this series or you missed a few episodes, this is the Kiwi Village, North Kiwi Village, actually. We have North and South Kiwi villages, and they absolutely hate each other. We're going to make it so they hate each other. This is Kiwi the plant. This is Kiwi the bird down here. They're fighting over which Kiwi is the better one. The village is active now. That is good. Gosh, yeah, we're going to need a whole episode or two to get this thing back going. A lot of it's user error. Some of it's my fault. I won't lie. Some of it is just poor luck. Honestly, the hurricane is what killed most of them. I think that one got like 10 to 12 villagers in one swoop. The mobs only got, well, yeah, the mobs got about that too, but it was over a longer period of time. But with that, we're going to actually leave this village. I also noticed at the end of the last episode when I was editing it, I did not give you a full rundown of all of my loot. And I felt absolutely terrible for that, so we're going to go ahead and do that. You can compare it with the video last time. These backpacks have not been touched, have not been on the world since last time. Actually, before the video starts, the VOD will show you last time I was on the world was a couple weeks ago when I recorded that episode, so no worries there. But let's go ahead and grab all of our backpacks first, because our backpacks are kind of scattered among our inventory here. But we'll just start at the left here. We got a lot of normal dungeon loot. Nothing too crazy. I mean, a sharpness 4 sword is great. I'm not too happy about the soul bound. Anything diamond is going to be awesome. I mean, look at this. Protection 3 and breaking 3 in both the helmet and chest plate. Imagine we could slap some mending or something crazy on that. Whoo, that would be awesome, dude. But that takes away a lot of work for us. I haven't looked at the books yet. I mean, another sharpness 4. A looting 3, that's not bad. I was kind of hoping... We got, an efficiency 5. Okay, yeah, we got some good stuff in this backpack. This must be the final backpack we got. One thing to know, I did mention it last episode, but the repellent 3, mobs were teleporting away from us when we were in the dungeon. And at first I was scared. I was like, what type of, witchcraft is going on? Sorcery is going on. But it actually worked for our benefit, which was pretty cool. So I am happy for that. The villagers are working towards some of these goals, which is nice, just getting sidetracked there. Other than that, nothing too crazy, it looks like, in this first backpack. Just some regular materials. Moving on to backpack 2. Once again, nothing too crazy. I mean, the 14 diamonds is going to be huge. That's always going to be a big one. But other than that, just some ores, some emeralds here and there. Yeah, nothing too crazy there in backpack 2. Backpack 3. All right, I just checked all the books. Nothing too crazy in any of the books. A lot of 1s and 2s and stuffs. But we got a couple more mending swords, which is nice. Mending iron swords. I'd love to have a mending diamond sword. But we got a ton of mob spawners, and I am hoping one day we can build a mob farm, which will just, we walk up to it and within seconds have, 30 plus levels of experience. That would be awesome. That is the goal. Hopefully we can do that. And then the fourth and final backpack. Once again, a lot more mob spawners. The one enchantment that did stand out is Silk Touch. That's always a good one to have. Nothing too crazy once again. Got some golden apples, which is nice. But that is it for the loot. A lot of ores, a lot of stuff scattered amongst the backpacks in my inventory. And my inventory. I didn't even say anything in my inventory, but there's a couple things here. Let's go ahead and drop those hearts off, guys. And we're going to head back to our original base. And we're going to do something extremely exciting today. Alrighty, we have dropped off some goods in the village chest. We're going to go ahead and move on, head back home. We're going to empty our inventory just a little bit. I'm going to save most of it for a later day because I want to get back here. Since it's springtime, we've been waiting all winter for spring to hit, so our crops start to grow. And the second spring hits, I leave. So that's not a very good strategy by me, but that's okay. Let's go back home, and I will be right back after I empty some of this stuff out. I think I shut my front door. Nope. Well, that works. Okay, yeah, make sure you shut your front door if you're gonna go home and start sorting out your inventory. Alrighty, our inventory is emptied for the most part, sorted out for the most part. There's a few things I just didn't feel like putting away right now, but let's get into what we're gonna do today. I have not explained that yet. First, a little disclaimer. I might have already said this, but my allergies are absolutely killing me. So if there's weird cuts, pauses, and stuff, it's probably because I'm dying. It's like I'm sneezing like crazy. So just kind of bear with me a little bit. But what we're going to do is we're going to do a little thing I like to call dodgeball with this sky. Now, if we go back to the introduction video to this, or I guess the video explaining this, talking about my configs and all that good stuff, how I set them up. I think I did it with the server as well when I published the mod pack. I did a video about how to set up my configs if you want to play exactly like I am. One of the things that we turned off were meteorites. And you don't have to. By no means do you have to do that. I don't like to keep them on because they will spawn randomly and kind of just bomb the shit out of your buildings and stuff. And if you're trying to build a city, you're trying to build a lot of structures above ground, it's almost a guarantee that they're just going to get hit with what essentially are very large artillery shells randomly. And I didn't want that, so I turned them off. But I did make a promise to you guys that, hey, we're going to turn these back on one day. Not only are we going to turn them on, we're going to increase their spawn rate, and we're going to play dodgeball with this guy. And I usually lose, so that is our goal for today. We're going to play dodgeball with this guy. Now, I was looking at the map, and I was trying to find a good place to do it. You don't want to do it anywhere where you're going to be too often, because it is going to absolutely demolish the natural landscape. So we're going to go ahead and do it really close to the Kiwi villages. I feel like this biome right here is not going to serve me a whole lot of purpose. So maybe right in here, we go in between the two villages. These are the Kiwi villages over here, and this one to the right is unnamed. But maybe you go smack dab in the middle, and we just let the sky bombard the absolute piss out of us. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Let's go ahead and teleport over to the Kiwi village, and then we'll make the rest of the way on foot. Probably should put my bouncy boots on if I'm going to be doing that, though, because we don't want to take fall damage. We all know I will. Alrighty, so the goal is to be far enough away from the village that meteorites will not bombard it. And I think we're about there. As long as we don't go in that direction, we should be okay. Fingers crossed. Maybe I'll stand a little bit closer to over here, right? But yeah, this should be it. So now the next step is we actually have to close the game. But I'm going to show you guys how to change the configs. If you guys set your configs up to match mine, let me show you how to change them if you ever want to do this. Huge thing. Before you do it, though, before you close the world, before you change your configs, you have to be in the location that you are willing to play dodgeball with the sky with. Because if you change the configs to what I'm about to do in your base is going to get bombed, like actually shelled. It is going to be a whole artillery shelling. You do not want that to hit your base. So go to the location first and then do what I'm about to do. All right, it should be common sense, but if you want to change the configs, you're going to have to close out the game first. The game has to load with the new configs. If you change them and keep your game open, it's not going to change a thing, at least as far as I know. To me, that's common sense. But what you're going to want to do, I guess I should explain it, wherever you have your CurseForge mod pack, whatever you want to call it, you're going to click these three little dots next to play, open folder. It's going to take you to this. At the very top, you're going to think it's mods. It's actually not. It's going to be configs. You're going to come up here to configs. You're going to go down to the HBM. It's just going to say HBM. Once again, it's going to have probably a notepad symbol, HBM. Another time, it may open on your second monitor if you have it. That's what it did for me. But this is essentially the config settings menu for the HBM mod. And what we want to do is right here at the top under general, you want to come down to enable meteor strikes. And if you want meteor showers, and you're going to change those to true like this. True. True. You can also do meteor tails. That doesn't really change a whole lot. I think that's just a visual thing. I usually turn it on with it. One thing you do not want to enable unless you want to experiment with this feature is special meteors. Now, I think those are the ones that may have like some sort of toxic or material that spreads and can corrupt your world or something. I'm not sure. I'm making stuff up. I have not experimented with that. I think somewhere along the line I was told do not enable this unless you want something very special. Maybe it's in here. Maybe that's where I read it. I honestly can't remember. I don't recommend turning this on unless you experiment it in a like practice world or something first, or a test world. But I'm going to keep that one off. I'm just changing those three. We're not done though. So don't close this out. You could save it if you want. Go ahead and save it just to make sure. You're going to want to go all the way down to 0.5, and there's a section called Meteors. 0.3 nukes, 0.4 dungeons, and the next one, 0.5 meteors. This small little section right here. Yeah, so I'm going to be honest, I can't remember what I used to change this to play dodgeball with this guy in my last world. I'm going to make it a really small number and see what happens. Maybe do 200. I don't know. We're going to try this. Stand by. I'll cut the video. Miners welcome. Whoa, Minecraft. Whoa, come on. You got a bad reputation with YouTubers and miners, dude. That's not even miners. Like you're mining, dude. That's like straight up kid. Okay, okay. I don't know about that that one. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of YouTubers that make me a little weary of being so welcoming. Just off rip. All right, let's get out of that, and we're gonna load the world and see what happens here. For the life of me, I can't remember if the lower the number, the better, the higher the number, the better. I think it's the lower the number, the better. I'm not a genius when it comes to settings and configs and stuff. But in theory, we should be able to look up to the sky now, and it should start. Oh, yeah, it's raining on us. Yeah, oh, yeah. It is going to be a hell of a dodgeball match. Look at them come down, baby. Wow. All right, so the lower the number you put, the higher the chances of them spawning. I put 200, and it is a pretty steady rain of them. Or at least it was. We got 4 off rip. Here they come. Oh yeah, here they come. They're just going to continue to fall. But essentially, why you want these meteorites to fall is because they have different materials. So like meteorite cobblestone, meteorite shards. There's a few other things. There's also a chance. Ooh, I may have to get my water bucket out just to be safe. You know what? Let's get both of these buckets out just to be safe. But there's a chance that like a treasure block, I think is what it's called. Essentially, it's kind of like a lucky block. Will spawn in these things. And you can collect rare material from them. You have to kind of keep looking up because these things will absolutely nail you. Now, one thing you can do is if you're smart, you get underneath one like this. Kind of take cover a little bit. Go above ground. And just kind of look on your map how far out they are crashing. And you can see they are crashing pretty far away from me. That's going to get it pretty damn close to the village. So I cannot, in any way, shape, or form, go west. If anything, I need to go a little bit further east. Let's just go ahead and do that. Oh, as I'm going the butt-fuck wrong way. Why wouldn't I? Yeah, man, look at this. Dodgeball with this guy. This is fun, man. Now, the sound effects are a little loud. Of course, you can always turn that down. And just like tornadoes, if you guys know the saying with tornadoes, when you look up, if it looks like they're not moving away from you, that means they're coming right at you. So like you can see that one's moving away. Where's some more? You can see that one's moving away. When you look up and you see it just like right there, it's just staying. It's not moving across your screen. Oh, that means you're in the crosshairs, pal, and you better run. So that's kind of the technique with these things. But look how many meteorites are hitting the ground. I mean, this is a ton of material. I want to make a disclaimer too real quick. Is this kind of cheating? Because meteorites are a rare material. You're not supposed to turn them up high like this and just let them bombard the absolute piss out of the ground and then go around mining them all. It is kind of a scummy way. I guess if you want to get the meteorite equipment and all that stuff, you turn them on naturally. But once again, if you have a base, you have a city or any sort of structures, they will be at risk. Makes it a little bit more fun though. I will be honest. What type of... Ooh, that one was close, man. That one was close. I almost walked right there. What type of structure is that? Is that a Is that a missile launch pad? I think that is over there. We may have to go check that out too. I just noticed that. But we're going to try not to die. I should spawn at the Kiwi villages if I die. But once again, you do not want to spawn because these meteorites will absolutely pummel the village. So you have to be careful. Okay. That's just making sure nothing's coming after me here. I'm vein mining all these meteorites. One thing to note is when they're still hot, they will not drop anything. I mean, here, let me test it once. Let me test it for you. Oh, they drop lava. They drop lava. That's what they drop. I forgot about that. Okay, so you want to wait for them to cool off before you go ahead and mine them, unless you want lava everywhere. Personally, I do not want lava everywhere. The good news is they don't take too terribly long to cool down. You just give them a minute or so, and you just keep looking up at that sky, man, because they will come and get you. Now, I don't know if this is going to work or not, but I'm going to try a silk touch on some of these materials. It worked there. Meteorite tungsten. I did forget to mention that a lot of these meteorites will have special ores and stuff in them too. They'll have, man, I don't want to make up all the different ores, but they will have quite a bit of different ores, which is nice. We're going to go ahead and sleep. Let's try to sleep real quick. Ooh, please don't hit me, man. This would be a bad time. All right, there we go. There we go. You know what? Shit. I probably should have slept under like a meteorite or something, because now I don't know if I'm going to be safe, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and mine this one. Broken meteorite blocks. At some point, I'd like to get a silk touch and mine a bunch of these, but I'm just not going to worry about it right now. And you can see how deep into the ground these things can penetrate. I mean, imagine this is your base, right? I know your base probably won't be, 2 or 3 layers of dirt, but if you can imagine, this is 1, 2, 3 blocks right here, and then it still knocks down a stone. It kind of got into the cave a little bit. Well, no, this isn't even a cave. Yeah, this is just pure stone down here. So this would absolutely wreak havoc on your base. And that's why maybe not the greatest idea to have it on 24/7. If you just want to take it to a field, turn it on max, play a little bit of dodgeball with this guy. I have died from this plenty of times. I will say I have absolutely died from this plenty of times. I'm just looking up at the sky. All of a sudden it stopped raining. So I don't know if it hit its limit or if there is a limit even, or I'm not sure, but we're just going to kind of go around and mine some of these, I guess. And I didn't mention it, but these are treasure blocks. Let me mine this. I think if I mine this with my... Yeah, okay, you can mine this one with a pickaxe. The meteorite blocks, the actual intact meteorite blocks, you can mine with a normal pickaxe. They will not break into shards. All the others, you have to use a silk touch if you want to keep the blocks. Otherwise, they will break into fragments. However, you can use fragments for a few different items. So don't worry if you have a bunch of fragments. That is A-okay. We're going to go ahead and eat. We're going to go ahead and crack open some of these treasure blocks. Now, if you want to know all the different loot items that these treasure blocks can drop, I highly recommend checking out the wiki. It is a pretty big variety. Some of it can hurt you. Some of it is freaking awesome. And it looks like all those are going to be okay. Yep, we just got another block, a battery, and a plasma heater component. So some tools there. Nothing too special, though. Some of it can be radioactive, though, I'm pretty sure. This is not radioactive. It's just a generator. However, that's a pretty cool generator. So we're going to get into that at a later episode too. But essentially that turns radiation into energy, which is pretty cool. Didn't get a whole lot with those 3 treasure blocks there, but that's okay, man. We have a ton of meteorites on the ground here, and they're not falling anymore. It's a little weird. I wonder if I'm just lagging or yeah, if this area just had a little bit too much. I don't know. I'm kind of heading back to the west like I said I didn't want to. I don't know. I guess we'll keep exploring. Let's mine a couple, though. I want to get a treasure block for you guys. I feel like you guys would really enjoy that. Let's see what's in this one. Yep. So right there, we got a radioactive material. So what we want to do is when we jump on it, immediately put it in. It's only 1.75 radiation rads, I guess. So it's not too bad, which is what I'm trying to say. But there are some that are pretty bad, and you do not want to have those in your inventory for a lengthy period of time. This one has a couple of treasure blocks as well. So that's good. Oh, 3. Wow. Not bad at all. Let's go ahead and mine this one. There we go. Let's just get right into the treasure blocks. Oh, that's another... No, it's not. That one's not radioactive, I don't think. Nope. It's just CMB steel. That one's not radioactive at all. Nothing to worry about. Let's see. Now, I don't know what the combine bell is. I don't think I've used that, or it's been a while. That might be radioactive. Ooh. Yeah, so if you ever see a green nugget, maybe don't pick it up. Oh my god, dude. I might die. I might die. I don't know if this is going to decontaminate me quick enough. I mean, it may be. If I didn't do exactly what I did, if I would have sit on that nugget for one more second, it only takes like a couple hundred radiation to kill you. That thing has 2,000. I probably should have died from that. Oh man, that's not good at all. Now, unfortunately, for some reason I don't have my Geiger counter on me. So I can't see when I'm all healthy. So I'm just going to sit here for a minute and be extra cautious. Alrighty. I should be okay. I'm hoping I'm okay. 2,000 radiation a second is crazy, dude. That is absolutely absurd. I should have died. There you guys go. If you ever play dodgeball with the sky or you have meteorites turned on and you see a little green nugget, please be careful. Actually, there's a technique I used, or at least I used to in my previous world, where I actually just get a hopper. I leave, like, if there's a green nugget on the ground, I get a hopper. I put the hopper 2 blocks, so, like, if the nugget's just sitting, like, right here, so to say, I mean, that's a bad throw. Here, can I square it up a little bit more? If the nugget, imagine this blocks the nugget. What I do is I come down here, I mine this, I put a hopper down here, and then I mine this so that it just falls into the hopper. That way you don't have to touch it, and it's permanently there. Now, if meteorites are still falling, you may want to put blocks above it to try to protect it, because a meteorite could spawn and take out that hopper. But that way you save that block so you don't lose it if you ever want it in the future. But you don't have to worry about touching it, because yeah, that is bad. And then actually, there was a way I could transfer it to my inventory with not a lot of difficulty. I can't remember that off the top of my head though. But if you guys have any ideas, feel free to comment, because that may help somebody out. But yeah, just be careful when opening up treasure blocks in the nuclear tech mod, because yeah, holy cow, that would be terrible. We're gonna mine this one right here. We're gonna go back that way. I must have hit the limit for how many meteors or meteorites could spawn or something, because yeah, they have pretty much just quit spawning. Let's see, what are we gonna get in this one? Oh my god, it's a fucking another one, dude. Should I try it? Dude, I don't want to try it. Nah, here, let me do this. All right. Fuck, dude. Here's what we can do. Oh, fuck, dude. I wasn't fast enough. I wasn't fast enough. Okay. I wonder if they're going to spawn here now. Well, here's the problem. The meteorites are still technically on. And we are really far away. Because I mined my bed, like I knew would be a terrible idea. We are really, really, really far away. Huh. I guess we can work our way towards these villages up here, get 3 levels of experience, and just teleport back to the Kiwi village. I'm curious if the meteorites are just going to start spawning along the way, though. That is kind of what I'm wondering. But all right, what direction do I have to go? Let's just get this down. I have to go this way and slightly to the right. It looks like I'm going to mine a couple of these. I don't want to mine too many. I need to come back to spawn and get like a farm and a waystone down. And like some sort of like mob grinder just to get some food. Or sorry, to get some levels to use the waystone. But we're just going to walk. Let's see if some meteorites spawn along our journey. I don't know if they're... It's really weird because they were spawning at an extremely high rate and they just stopped altogether. And that is new. I don't remember that ever happening in the last one. Maybe I turn the spawn rate up too high, and then after, you know, it just like freaked out the game or something. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up. I do not know the answer to this, but you know what? This is giving some episode 1 vibe. Well, I don't know what that noise is. I don't really want to know either. But yeah, this is giving some episode 1 vibes where we had a blood moon on night 1, and I was wandering through this swamp, just getting absolutely railed. Wasn't the funnest time of my life, I'll be honest, but oh god, here they come. Oh, you know what? Let it rain. Let it rain, baby. I don't know what that meant. That's weird. That's really weird that they just started again all of a sudden. That scared the shit out of me. I'm gonna let it rain here, man. Screw this swamp. Let's let it absolutely demolish this swamp. The only downside is it's gonna be nighttime here very soon. Let me just mine a tree. Let me mine one that's like, yeah, off on its own. Here, I'm gonna do this. This way I can kind of see, but I won't get absolutely smoked. There we go. We got ourselves a little bit of a shelter. Not much. Not much. I'm just going to sit here for the night and just let it rain, man. Oh, see, like that one's coming really close to us. Oh, that just decimated that tree. Oh, man. Yeah, the tree next to us just got decimated. You know, if you use your imagination, dude, and you just imagine you're in a trench in like World War I or II, this is, I mean, this is probably as close as you're going to get in Minecraft. You're just in a little hole here, and you're in a little foxhole, and there's just fucking shells raining down, taking out the trees next to you. I mean, this is pretty cool. This is scary, man. This is pretty scary. You can see the floating meteorites because they're knocking out the trees, dude. Look at that. I mean, shoot. I should probably get like another, yeah, thing right above me. And just in case. This is a little intimidating. Yeah, get something up. I mean, it doesn't have to be pretty. It just has to keep us alive. There's a good chance that if one hits too close, it's going to take out a wall. Then the mobs are going to finish me off. So, already, I mean, it has bombed me through the night. Whoa. They're not done yet. We're going to go ahead and close out the world. We're going to turn the meteorite spawning back off. And we're going to go get our stuff. And we're going to crack open some meteorites and some treasure blocks. And I'm going to grab some hoppers. Oh my god, man, it is getting close. Holy cow, we are getting bombed. We're getting bombed out. Look at that. Another close one. Oh, I hit the same one. Yeah, man, it is getting close. Alrighty, let's go ahead and save and quit. We're going to turn all that stuff back off. A note to you guys, you can change this to whatever you wanted. What I just did was 200. You can turn it up. You can turn it down. Completely up to you, but you can leave that alone if you are going to turn it off. So if you're going to come up here and turn meteorites off, meteor strikes off, you could just leave it at 200 and then turn this to false. And then, you know, make sure you, whoops, turn all 3 to false. Hell, you could probably leave this one on just because, once again, I think that's just the tails, the smoke behind the actual meteorites. I think is what that is. So, but go ahead and do that. Make sure you save it. If you just change it and don't save it, you didn't actually change a thing. So, yep, make sure you save it. But as long as these are off, that 200 doesn't come into effect because it has to be on for that to work, is my understanding. I'm going to go ahead and keep that minimized just in case, but let's load back into it. We are back and we are running. We have left our little fort, and this forest is just torn to hell, man. You can tell. It looks like an artillery barrage nailed this place, and that's pretty much what happened to. Oh my gosh, look, it's all the way out here. You can damn near build a bridge out of all the meteorite blocks that have fallen. Holy cow. Oh my gosh, it's still way over here. Wow, they go far. I didn't realize how far away they can spawn. I can't parkour on lily pads to save my life. Holy cow. This is sad. This is a pathetic effort. Oh, I'm disappointed in myself. All right, let me just make sure I'm still going the right way. I better not be doing all this lily pad parkour for nothing. Ooh, there's an Enderman there. Don't look at him. Don't look at the big, scary, tall guy. Oh, he's coming towards me. Okay, lily pad parkour is something I'm going to have to take off my resume if it was even on there, because yeah, that was a pretty rough effort. But we're not done doing it yet. Oh, okay, come on, that was lag, dude. No, I'm not taking credit for that fall. That one wasn't my fault. You know, that's a little besides the point. That's another conversation to have, but I promise I'm not that bad at parkour. It's been a while. But I've kind of wanted to go back and do some older school parkour style maps and stuff. If you guys remember in the earlier days of Minecraft, they used to have like a lot of parkour maps, some with story, some that were just goofy. that you can do with your friends, challenge your friends. I would love to do something like that. Get a buddy or two and just dick around on a parkour map, just kind of talk. They're more low-key style videos. I'd love to do that. If that's something you guys would be interested in, let me know. Okay, I am here. Those two villages should have waystones, but there should be one to my left up here. Because this is where I battled the Masked Man. Where did the battle go down? It was around here. I can check the map. Oh, yeah, it was right there. It was because I used that tree for cover, I'm pretty sure. So that would mean there's a waystone right over here, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, yeah, there it is. There's the waystone. Cool. My memory serves me correctly. I'm pretty sure both of those villages have a waystone, too. I don't have a gun to zoom in and check, but we're going to go home. We're going to go home real quick, drop some stuff off, get a little bit more when it comes to levels, and then we'll boogie. I'm going to go ahead and just toss, well, maybe not the kale, but I'm going to toss a lot of this shit in. Just empty my inventory. We're going to teleport back to the Kiwi village and go get our stuff. Well, I haven't said it yet, but, well, no, okay, so I said this first part, but I got really lucky with that first nugget, that first green nugget, putting it into my inventory. I absolutely should have died. I stand by that. I proved that with the second one, because I was quick with the second one, but it didn't matter. I still died. I wasn't quick enough. I should have left it there and quit testing my luck, but I don't know how valuable those green nuggets are, so I wanted to give it another go. But unfortunately for me, it absolutely killed me. I even called it too. I was like, man, I don't have a spawn point set. So if I do this, I'm going to die. And that's exactly what happened, unfortunately. Now, here's a crappy thing too. I got to drop down here. Okay. Because here's what I can do. There we go. There we go. So now the green nugget's in there. So now I'm safe. I can drop down. I can do whatever I want. Give me a second. I'm going to sort my inventory real quick. Alrighty, we are back. Inventory has been sorted. And we are going to continue to mine this. I'm just going to leave this in here. I should probably mark it on the map, but I can't be bothered. Please don't be another one. I'm hoping I don't get another one of those for a little while now. we got two pretty much back to back. And they're already deadly enough. I don't need another. But, let's go ahead and follow on the mini map here. Looks like most of the meteorites are in this direction, so we're just going to mine some of these right now. And I guess if I get anything crazy good, I'll cut to it. Well, it didn't take long. There's two treasure blocks here, and one of them dropped a mini nuke. So there you go. It didn't take long to get something pretty cool. Are they really? Ooh! Landmine. Found a landmine. There we go. At least I saw it. At least I saw it first. Okay. So see, we were smart. We were smart this time. We didn't pick that up. All right, let's go ahead and hop down. Be very, very careful. Let's get another hopper down there. Just like that. And there we go. We can put the really radioactive nugget in a hopper and not worry about it, because I don't want to deal with that right now, to be honest with you. So we're going to move on. Okay, so this is one of the really, really big ones. This one has a bunch of different ore, and it looks like a treasure block or two, which is really, really cool. Let's just go ahead and mine all this stuff. I don't know which ones. Yeah, okay, so that's good. I was going to say, I don't know which ones break down. I know sulfur breaks down. Let's pick all that stuff up. Our inventory is full, so I'll go ahead and just go over everything I've gotten so far. Most of it's going to be these meteorite fragments that I've been putting up in my inventory. But we did get some ore, some more meteorite blocks, and all that good stuff. It looks like that is going to fill up that backpack. So yeah, we're getting down to it. We're not going to be able to do too much more. Alrighty, it looks like I just about got all the meteorites that fell in this area over here. Obviously, near spawn, there's going to be a lot more because I sat there overnight. To tell the difference, you can check the map. You can see how this hole right here has like a dark center. That means there's a meteorite there. While all these are kind of the stonish colors, which means I already got to those. So, oh, there might be one down here too, it looks like. Oh, well, we'll leave that one. I don't really care too much. But we're going to try to bounce over to this one here. And I guess that'll be it. That'll be our last meteorite we'll check out. Should be in this direction, I believe. Let's just do a quick bounce. See if I'm going the right way, and I sure am. There it is. Got a weird little beach palm tree looking thing there in the middle of nowhere. That is okay. But darn it, yeah, no lucky block or whatever you want to call it, loot block on this last one. That is okay. I'm gonna crack open my backpack. We got ourselves a very full backpack, mostly full of meteorite fragments. But we did get some stuff. We have some power cells, have some mini nukes, some random tools and equipment, as well as some ore, I guess. So that is good. I think that is going to be it for this episode. I really want to go to spawn and mine some of those too, but I'm going to be honest, I am running low on time and there is no waystone to spawn. Look at spawn, man. Oh my god. I mean, there's got to be 100 of them here. Look at all these black dots you see are all the meteorite. That's clay, but yeah, meteorite, 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 meteorite. Look at all. I mean, that's a ton, dude. You can see these are still hot cuz they're still orange. So, just absolutely pelted that spawn area. We're going to save that for another day. I'd like to go get a lot more loot from that. But I do want to make this disclaimer in between. Let me not get too close to the village. I don't want it to start working. In between this episode and the next one, fully expect me to sort all my inventories, backpacks, all that good stuff. Maybe a little bit of changes when it comes to my home and all that stuff. As always, it'll be recorded. It just won't be uploaded. It'll be unlisted on that other channel. And that's just because obviously to prove I'm not cheating, but it's just boring to put in a video. I need to do it. I've been needing to do it for a while now. I just haven't. I don't really have an excuse. But maybe next episode we'll get back into the village. I know we've been doing that a ton, but there's just been some highs and lows, and we're right on the edge of a lot of progress over there. So that is kind of the goal. I have to update my sign. Ooh, man, I forgot about that. No, I don't. I didn't spend any emeralds on that village last time. But yeah, we're going to have to figure out that village. They owe me a lot of emeralds, but most of them are dead, so I may have to invest a little bit more. I guess we'll figure that one out. But I'm going to stop rambling on, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It was a little all over the place. It was a little bit shorter. My goal was to make this a little bit shorter. But playing dodgeball with this guy was, in fact, fun. We got a lot of materials from it, but I did get smoked. Not necessarily from the meteorites, but from one of the loot blocks that they dropped. They dropped some really radioactive stuff, and it absolutely rolled me. So with that said, man, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.